Okay. So, good morning. I'll just press play the music. Unfortunately, we can't hear it as well as we'd like to, probably, but. Okay, so let's start her off in the hands and knees position. And we'll inhale as we look up. And exhale, looking down at our navel. Inhale, looking up. And exhale, looking down at our navel. And then inhale, looking up. And exhale down at your navel. And just coming to a flat back, we'll inhale the left arm forward, the right leg back. Inhaling here, exhale, elbow to knee. So engaging your core, warming up. Inhale, back out. Exhale, elbow to knee. And inhale, back out. On an exhale, the left arm comes around, grabbing hold of the right foot, kicking the foot into the hand. And then slowly releasing back down to the mat. This time taking the right arm forward, the left leg back. We'll inhale here. Exhale, bringing elbow to knee. Inhale, back out. Exhale, elbow to knee. And inhale, back out. Exhale, taking that arm behind you, kicking the left leg into the hand. Feeling a nice stretch here. And slowly releasing back down to the mat. And taking an inhale again, looking up at the sky. On an exhale, just tucking those back toes under and coming into a downward facing dog, just straightening one leg and then the other leg, pedaling out your feet. Inhaling here and exhaling. On an inhale, raising both heels up. Exhale, bringing them over to the right side. So kind of just getting a nice twisted stretch here. Inhale, bringing the heels back up. Exhale, bringing them over to the left. And then inhaling them back up. Exhale, releasing the heels or just trying to down to the mat. You're not actually expected to necessarily. Let's just inhale, taking it forward to a plank pose. Exhale, knees come down, chest and chin down to the mat. Inhale the baby cobra. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, taking the right leg up, bending the knee and opening the hip. And making some hip circles in one direction. And then reversing the direction. And then taking the right leg straight out behind you. Inhaling here. Exhale the right foot between your hands. And the left knee comes down, slowly rising into a low lunge. There is somebody that just joined. Inhaling here. And exhaling. And on an inhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale, you twist to the right. Feeling a nice twisted stretch here. And bringing your hands back around that right leg and you straighten the right leg. So just sinking back towards your left heel. Feeling a deep stretch in that leg. And then bending the right knee, tucking the left toes under, coming back to a downward facing dog, pedaling the legs out. And inhale forward into a plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin down to the mat. Inhale the baby cobra. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, taking the left leg up, bending the knee, open the hip. Making some hip circles in one direction. And then reversing the direction. And then kicking the left leg straight out behind you, inhaling here. Exhale, left foot between the hands, the right knee comes down. As you inhale, coming into a low lunge. Sinking into that right hip. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands come to the heart center, twisting over to the left. And then hands come back around the left leg as you slowly lean back, straightening that left leg. And then bending the left knee, right toes come under, coming back to a downward facing dog, pedaling the legs out. Then an inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward, walking your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale as the arms come all the way up overhead. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. So just coming into our sun salutations. Let's inhale as the arms come up. And exhale, folding over. Inhale, halfway look up. Exhale, coming back to a plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, either chaturanga or knees chest in. Inhale to upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Taking 3 long breaths here, inhaling through the nose and sighing out through the mouth. Again, inhaling through the nose and out through the mouth. On the next inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward. This time, if you want to hop your feet to your hands, you can hop them, or you can walk your feet to your hands. This is what a hop would look like. Otherwise, just walking feet to hands. You have either option. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come all the way up overhead. And on the exhale, just folding right forward again, just warming our bodies up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming back to a plank pose. Inhaling and plank. Exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, which is just a low push-up position. Inhale to upward dog, or you can be in the baby cobra. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Again, taking 3 breaths here, inhaling through the nose and sighing out through the mouth. Again, inhaling through the nose and out through the mouth. On the next breath, and then inhale, bend your knees, gazing forward. Exhale as you walk or you hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the arms come up overhead, and exhale, bringing hands to heart center. So coming to sun salutation B, we'll inhale as we reach up, coming into chair pose, so knees are bent. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming back to a plank pose. Inhale and plank. Exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog or baby cobra. And then exhale back to a downward facing dog. This time on an inhale, we'll bring our right leg up. On an exhale, the right foot comes between the hands. The left heel comes down to a 45-degree angle. As you inhale, you reach those arms up overhead, coming into a warrior one. So sinking into that right knee, gazing at the sky or the trees. Inhaling here. And exhale, the hands come around the right leg, coming back to a plank pose. Inhaling here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, the baby cobra. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left foot between the hands. The right heel comes down. As you inhale into a warrior one. And breathing in here on your exhales. Your next exhale, hands come around the left leg. This time just coming back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, bend in your knees, gazing forward. Exhale, either walking or hopping, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you sit back in your chair pose, Utkatasana, arms up overhead. And exhale, straightening up, hands come to heart center. And closing your eyes. And taking 2 long breaths here. The next breath, letting your eyes open, arms come up overhead on an inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, coming back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. And exhale, right foot between your hands. Again, the left heel comes down as you rise into your warrior one. Inhaling here. On an exhale, we're going to open up our arms, coming into a warrior two. So maybe the left leg comes back a little bit, widening your stance, gazing over that right middle finger. Inhale as you reverse the warrior, the left hand comes down to the left shin. And exhale, your right forearm is going to come to your right thigh as you gaze under that left arm, coming into extended side angle. Inhale, reversing the warrior. And exhale again, coming into extended side angle. Just kind of getting a nice flow here. Inhale as you reverse the warrior. And exhale, you're going to straighten that right leg, shifting your hips forward. Right arm can come down to your shin or down to the mat. Coming into a triangle, the left arm will come up overhead. So it doesn't matter if your hand comes to the floor, to your shin, to your big toe, gazing up that left fingertip, feeling a deep stretch in that right leg. And slowly coming back up, bending the right knee, coming back to your warrior two. Hands come around your right leg and coming back to a downward facing dog, pedaling the legs out. Maybe noticing a difference between your right leg and your left here, feeling a little unbalanced. Then on the inhale, taking the left leg up. Exhale, left foot between your hands, right heel comes down, coming into your warrior one. And gazing here. And the next exhale, opening to your warrior two, gazing over those middle fingers. Again, maybe widening your stance. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale again, your left forearm to your left upper thigh, the right arm up and over that right ear as you gaze underneath the shoulder. Inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, again, coming into your extended side angle. Forearm to your left upper thigh. Then inhale, reversing the warrior. On an exhale, straightening that left leg, tilting your hips backwards, slowly shifting forward. Left hand to the left shin or to the inside of your left foot. And the right arm slowly comes up, gazing over the right fingertips. Again, your hand could be to your foot, to your shin, wherever you are today. And gazing here, really feeling the stretch in that left hamstring. And slowly bending the left knee, coming back to your warrior two, gazing over those fingertips. And then hands around the left leg, coming back to your downward facing dog. Inhaling here and exhaling. On an inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward. Exhale, walking or hopping your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. This time grabbing opposite elbows, coming into a ragdoll position. As you rock from side to side. Really relaxing into this pose. And then bringing your hands down to the mat. You might bend your knees a little bit as you bring the palms underneath the balls of your feet. Rocking forward and back, getting a nice wrist stretch here. And then releasing here. Inhale as you slowly come all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Then on inhale, the arms will come up. And exhale, we'll sink back into our chair pose. Inhaling here. Exhale, slowly forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. And exhale, the right foot between your hands. This time, the left heel will stay lifted as you inhale, rising into a high crescent lunge. Exhaling here. Inhaling here. Exhale, twisting over to the right. You're going to take your right hand to your left thigh as you slowly shift back, coming into a nice deep stretch here. Feeling it right in your left upper thigh. And slowly coming up, arms up overhead. And exhaling back to a warrior two. Then inhale, reversing the warrior. And exhale, straightening the right leg again, coming into your triangle pose. And bringing your left arm down, you're going to square off your hips. The foot can come in a little bit. As you inhale, gaze up. On the exhale, you're just folding over that right leg. So your left leg is straight behind you. Your right leg is straight out in front of you, just folding over the right leg. And then bending the right knee, coming back to a downward facing dog, pedaling out the legs. On an inhale, taking the left leg up. And exhale, left foot between your hands, rising into your high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, opening to the left. Again, this time your left arm comes to your right thigh. Just taking a back bend here. It's a hard balance, so if you fall out of it, just coming back into it. And again, bringing the arms back straight up overhead and opening to your warrior two. On an inhale, reversing the warrior. Exhale, straighten the left leg, shifting forward, coming into your triangle pose. Gazing over the right fingertip. And again, bringing the right arm down. You can bring that back leg in a little bit. It's going to stay straight, keeping the left leg straight as you fold over that left leg. So just feeling a stretch in that left leg. And bending the left knee, coming back to a downward facing dog. And then bringing both forearms down to the mat. So we're going to come into what we call a dolphin pose. And this just engages your core muscles. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Bringing one palm into the mat, then the other coming back to your downward facing dog. And bringing your knees down, mats width apart as you slowly come back into your wide-legged child's pose. On an inhale, walking your hands over to the right side. Exhaling here, feeling a stretch in the side of your body. And then walking your hands over to the left side on the next breath. And then walking your hands straight out in front of you. Really trying to reach the top of the mat as you walk your fingertips slowly forward, deepening the stretch underneath your shoulders. And then coming back to all fours. We're going to take a shoulder stretch here. So as you inhale, bring the right arm up. And exhale, we're going to do what you call threading the needle. So the right arm comes underneath the left. Your right cheek comes to the right side. Twisting, maybe bringing that left arm up overhead. And then planting the left palm back into the mat, unthreading the needles. You inhale, bringing the right arm back up. And exhale, bringing the right palm back down to the mat. And taking it to the other side. You're going to inhale as the left arm comes up. Then exhale again, threading the needle, the left arm underneath the right. Left cheek down to the mat. And the right arm comes up. And then bringing that right palm back down and threading the needles. You inhale, the left arm comes back up. And exhale, the left palm back down to the mat. Then tucking the back toes under, coming back to your downward facing dog. Inhale as you come forward into a plank pose. And exhale, coming all the way down to your mat. You're going to interlace your hands, bringing one cheek to one side, wiggling your hips from side to side. Maybe you bend your knees, rocking your legs from side to side, and then bringing your other cheek to the other side. Sending your legs back behind you, interlacing your hands at the base of your spine. As you inhale, bringing your chest up and your legs, coming into a locust pose. Really focusing on your breathing here. Inhale, feeling your belly rise. Exhale, it falls a little bit. Inhale, it rises up. And exhale, falls. Inhale, it comes up. On an exhale, slowly coming all the way back down to the mat. Again, creating your pillow. Bending your knees, windshield wiping your legs from side to side. And taking one more breath here. And reaching those arms back behind you, grabbing hold of your ankles. On an inhale, slowly coming up into your bow pose. So chest rises, maybe the thighs rise up. Just kind of playing around with the belly rising and falling. Taking a couple of breaths here. Slowly coming back all the way down. Again, creating your pillow, windshield wiping your legs from side to side. Releasing your lower back. Okay, settle. And then slowly coming back into a child's pose. So just countering that back bend. And then coming back to all fours into a tabletop. Inhale as you look up at the sky. And exhale, tucking the back toes under, coming back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, the right leg comes up. Exhale, bringing your right knee to your right elbow. So you're really using your core muscles here. Inhale, the right leg comes up. And exhale, bringing your right foot between your hands, coming into your high lunge here again. Now we're going to start working on our balance. We're going to inhale here, exhale, hands come to heart center, bringing all your weight into your right leg as you shift forward, coming into a warrior three. That left leg comes up. Again, if you fall out of it, just coming back into it. Bringing your hands down to the mat, coming into a standing split. And then slowly on an inhale, rising up, you're gonna hug that left knee into your chest. I think she too often. So hug your left knee into your chest. And exhale, taking that knee out to the side. Inhaling here. And exhale, bringing your knee out back into your front. Hands come to heart center. Slowly coming back to a warrior three. And then releasing back to your high lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands around the right leg. Coming back to your downward facing dog. On an inhale, the left leg comes up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. And inhale, back up. Exhale, left foot between your hands as you rise into your high lunge. Again, working on the balance on the left side. Hands come to heart center, bringing all the weight into the left foot, shifting forward. That right leg comes up. The next exhale, hands come down, coming into a standing split. And then on inhale, bringing that right knee into the chest. Exhale, right knee out to the side. Holding here. Again, if you fall out of it, coming back into it without judgment. Right knee back to the chest. Again, hands to heart center. Back to your warrior three. And then back to your high lunge. Palms come around that left leg. Coming back to your downward facing dog. On an inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward. Exhale, walking feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale as the arms come all the way up. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Okay, so we're gonna work more on balance. So bringing our right foot to the inside of the left thigh, coming into a tree pose. You can bring your foot here, or you can bring your foot to your left shin. Either way, hands start at heart center. Then maybe bringing your hands up. Again, I call these your branches, and they sway back and forth a lot on the grass because it's hard to balance here. Then bringing your hands to heart center. Holding here for one more breath. Where was it? Oh, that's so sad. Then releasing the right foot down to meet the left, shaking it out. Trying to ignore any distractions. We're challenging ourselves here. The left foot comes to the right shin or to the right upper thigh. Hands come to heart center. Again, feeling yourself wobbly, pretending it's a real big storm here. Bringing your arms up. Maybe your gaze follows. Again, hands come to heart center. Holding here for one more breath. Then releasing the left foot to meet the right and just shaking it out. And on an inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, folding forward. You're gonna bring your feet mats width apart. You're slowly gonna bend your knees, coming into a squat pose. Taking your right arm out to the side, your left arm's gonna come up on an inhale, twisting and opening. Exhaling deep into this pose. Bringing your hands back to heart center, inhaling here. On an exhale, the left arm comes down as the right arm comes up. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Both hands come back to heart center. So you're gonna come to just sit down on your tushies and bring your legs out in front of you. Coming into a boat pose, engaging the core. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Inhaling again. And exhaling all the way down to the mat. Soles of your feet together, your knees apart. Bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Just taking these couple of moments to recenter yourself. And slowly, you're gonna hug your knees into your chest, rocking forward and back until you rock all the way up, back coming into a standing pose. Arms coming down, coming into a forward fold. Then inhaling as the arms come all the way up overhead. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. We're gonna take our right leg back behind us, so coming to parallel our legs to the side. On an inhale, the arms come up. And exhale, you're just gonna fold forward. So come in and grab both sides, both toes with your peace fingers, which are these two fingers. So inhale as you look forward, exhale, maybe trying to bring the crown of your head down to the mat. And slowly releasing your big toes, you're gonna bring both palms directly underneath your shoulders. Inhaling here. And exhale again, folding forward. On an inhale, you're gonna bring your hands to your hips. Exhale, slowly coming back up. You're gonna take your heels in and your toes out as you inhale, bringing the arms up overhead into a star. And exhaling, bending the knees and the arms, coming into your goddess pose. Inhaling here. And exhaling. Straightening the arms and legs back into your goddess pose. You're gonna turn your left toes out, coming into your warrior two. Inhaling as you reverse the warrior. And exhale, bringing your hands to the inside of your left foot. So the left foot's gonna come all the way to the edge of the mat. Your right knee's gonna come down to the mat, uncurling those toes. And either staying on your palms or coming down to your forearms. Coming into what we call a lizard pose, feeling stretch in your hips, in your groin. And sinking into this pose. You're on your forearms, coming to your palms, and taking your left hand to the inside of the left knee as you slowly just push it out to the side. Bringing your left palm back down, tucking the right toes under, and coming back into a downward facing dog. On an inhale, taking the right leg up, and exhale, the right foot between your hands. Again, you're gonna parallel your feet and coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Bringing your right palm directly underneath your chest. Inhale as the left palm comes up, left arm comes up. Exhaling the left arm down. Inhale the right arm up. And exhaling the right arm down. Now we're gonna walk our hands straight out in front, bending our knees, and bring your knees down to the mat, coming into a frog pose. Maybe shifting your hips back towards your heels. So the deeper your hips come back to the heels, the deeper the pose. If you want to move forward a little bit, just kind of playing around with that smooth spot for yourself. It's not supposed to be super comfy, but it's a good stretch. And holding here for a couple more breaths, really feeling the stretch. And then bringing your palms back into the grass or the mat. So coming out of this pose, we're gonna tuck our toes under, coming back into a wide-legged fold. Palms directly underneath your shoulders. You inhale, bringing your hands to your heart center. And exhale, just bending the right knee. You can bring your hands down to the mat if that's easier for you. Feeling the stretch in the side leg here. And inhale, coming back up, hands to heart center. Exhale, bending the left knee. Again, you can have your hands to your heart center or around that left leg. And inhaling back up, hands to heart center. Exhale, bending the right knee. The hands maybe come around that right leg. And inhale back up. Exhale, bending the left knee. The left hands come around that left leg. And slowly inhale, your hands come to your heart center. On an exhale, slowly rising up. The right toes turn out, bending the right knee, coming into your warrior two. Inhales, reverse the warrior. Exhale, that right foot's gonna come to the edge of the mat. And again, the left heel lifts and slowly bring the left knee down to the mat, uncurling that back toe. And staying on your palms or coming to your forearms, coming into your lizard pose. Holding for a couple more breaths. And then coming to your palms, you're gonna take your right hand to the inside of the right knee, maybe pressing it out, deepening the stretch in your hip. And slowly bringing it back, tucking the left toes under, coming back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward. On an exhale, either hopping or walking, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sitting back in your chair pose, Utkatasana. On an exhale, so we did this last week. If you want to try for an arm balance, it's called crow. So you're going to bring your hands out in front. You're going to create a shelf with your triceps, and your knees are going to come to your upper arms, put your triceps, maybe bringing one leg up, maybe the other, wherever you are, if you want to just play around with it. Otherwise, you can always just stay in a squat pose. And taking a couple more breaths to really play around. Ignoring the crying dog. And then slowly again, hands come to heart center. And you're slowly stand up. Heel toeing your feet together. And bring your hands back to heart center. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale, you're going to shift over to the right, so feeling the stretch in the left side of your body. And inhaling back up. Exhale over to the left. And inhaling back up. Exhale, folding forward. Again, coming into a ragdoll position, grabbing opposite elbows. And then releasing the palms of your hands. Again, you're going to bring the palms of your hands underneath the balls of your feet. Coming into a wrist stretch, you can bend your knees, rocking forward and back. And then releasing the palms from underneath the balls of your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. On exhale, coming back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, taking the right leg up. And exhale, you're gonna bring your right knee all the way through, coming into what we call a fallen triangle. The left arm's gonna come up, so shifting your body weight onto that outer right foot and left. Really feeling a nice big opening in your chest as you gaze up. Inhaling here. And exhaling. And then you're gonna bring your left palm back down. Right leg comes back up to a three-legged down dog. And then releasing the right foot to meet the left. On an inhale, taking the right leg up, bending the knee and opening the hip. And exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow, paralleling the shin to the top of the mat. And uncurling that left toe. We're preparing for pigeon pose. On the inhale, taking a back bend. And exhale, walking your arms forward over that right shin. Really feeling a deep stretch in that right outer hip. And holding here. Holding here for 2 to 3 more breaths. And then slowly walking your palms back up. Maybe bending that left knee, grabbing hold of the left foot with your left hand, gazing over that left shoulder. Slowly releasing that left foot, tucking the left toes under, coming back into a three-legged down dog as you bend your right leg, making some hip circles in one direction, and then reversing the direction. I'm bringing the right foot down to meet the left. On an inhale, taking it to the left side, we bring the left leg up. Exhale, the left leg comes underneath that right arm, coming into your fallen triangle. Slowly, the right arm comes up and over, feeling a deep stretch in that chest. Holding here for a couple more breaths. And bringing that right palm back down. The left leg comes back to a three-legged down dog. As you bend your knee, open your hip. And exhale, bringing your left knee to your left wrist, again, paralleling the shin. On an inhale, taking a back bend here. Exhale, coming into your pigeon as you fold over, walking your arms out in front, maybe relaxing your head down to your mat. Using this as a nice relaxing pose. Slowly walking your palms back up. This time bending your right knee, grabbing hold of the right foot, your right hand, gazing over that right shoulder. And then releasing that right foot, tucking the right toes under, coming back to a three-legged dog. As you bend your knee, open your hip, just bringing some life back into that left hip. And then releasing the left foot to meet the right. And inhale forward into a plank pose. Taking one final chaturanga here. Inhale the upward dog. And exhaling back to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, bending your knees, gazing forward. On an exhale, you're gonna hop your feet through. Just coming into boat pose one more time. Maybe taking your big toes with your hands, maybe straightening your legs out. Then bringing them together and slowly coming into a seated position with your feet together, your knees apart. Inhale, taking a back bend here. And exhale, just trying to fold over your legs. And slowly coming back up. You're gonna take your left shin out in front, your right shin over your left. So if this doesn't work for you, you can always just come into like a cross-legged seated position. You're gonna take your right arm underneath your left. Arms come up on an inhale. On an exhale, maybe folding over those shins. Bringing your elbows out in front of those shins. Feel a stretch between your shoulders. And slowly coming back up, releasing the arms. And taking your right foot to the inner left thigh. Left piece fingers around the left big toe. Inhale, the right arm comes up. And exhale, shifting over to the left. Gazing underneath that right arm. And the goal here is not to fold forward, but is really to feel a nice stretch in your right side. And inhaling, coming back up, the arms come up overhead. And now on an exhale, folding over that left leg. Without any judgment, your hands can be at your shin, your hands can be at your foot, it can even be at your knee, it doesn't matter. Just trying to get a stretch here. And slowly rising up. You're gonna take your left hand right outside to your left hip, slowly coming up, feeling a stretch here. And then releasing back down. We're gonna take now, the right shin's gonna be underneath, the left shin's over the right shin this time. I think that's the opposite of what we did last time. And then we're gonna take the right arm underneath the left. And inhale as we take a slight back bend. And exhale, folding the elbows over those shins. To the best you can, feeling a nice stretch. You can feel it in your hips and between your shoulders. And slowly coming back up. You're gonna take your left foot to the inner right thigh, the right leg comes out. Again, right piece fingers around the right big toes. As you inhale, the left arm comes up. And exhale, shifting over to the right, gazing underneath that left arm. And then an inhale, slowly coming up, reaching those arms up overhead. And now folding over that right leg. And slowly coming up. This time your left hand's gonna come to outside of the left hip. And slowly coming up here. She's sad because there's another dog down there who's playing. And coming back down. You're gonna bring again the knees out in front of you. Slowly coming back down to lie on your back. We're gonna come into a couple of back bends here. So on an inhale, slowly raising your lower spine, middle, then upper. You're gonna take your hands and interlace them at the base of your back as you wiggle your shoulder blades together. So we're coming into what we call a bridge pose. Make sure you don't wiggle your neck from side to side, just keeping it neutral, looking up at the sky. And taking breaths here, inhaling through your nose. Maybe you feel your belly rise on the inhale, exhaling through your mouth. Inhaling through your nose, and out through your mouth. Slowly unclasping your arms, coming down, upper spine, lower spine, middle spine. You're gonna take the outsides of your feet, so coming into a happy baby pose as you rock from side to side. So you should feel kind of a nice little back massage here. And then bringing your feet back down to the mat and coming into a second bridge here. Inhale as you bring your hips up, middle back, upper back, taking your hands again, interlacing them, wiggling your shoulder blades together. If you want the challenge this time, maybe on an inhale, bringing the right leg up, and exhale the right leg down. On an inhale, the left leg comes up, and exhale, left leg down. And one more on each side. As you inhale, the right leg comes up, exhale, right leg down, and inhale, left leg up, and exhale, left leg down. Holding for one more breath as you slowly come down, upper spine, middle spine, lower spine. This time you're just going to windshield wipe your legs from side to side. And now you're going to take your right leg over your left thigh. So coming into a figure four here. Your right arm is going to come through, grabbing hold of your left shin. So this is what we call a reverse pigeon, but some people get a better stretch in this pose. So coming into a figure four, and then just rocking from side to side as you squeeze that shin or the lower leg into your chest. And then coming to unravel your legs, taking it to the other side. Your left leg's gonna come on top of your right thigh. Left arm's gonna come through, grabbing hold of that right shin or the right lower leg, which is called your shin, and then hugging your shin or lower leg into your chest, rocking from side to side. And then taking that right leg down, unraveling your legs. Just gonna come into a gentle spinal twist. So just bringing your knees over to the right side. You can take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. The left arm comes out to the left as you twist, and you wanna look over to your left. And slowly coming back up, knees come back up. And taking it to the other side, knees come to the left, the right arm comes out, and the gaze will go over to the right. And then again, bringing it out. This time you're gonna hug your knees into your chest, giving yourself one final squeeze here before you slowly relax your legs out in front of you. Legs come hips width apart, feet splayed open to the side. So just preparing for your Shavasana. Your arms are gonna lie open or palms facing up by your side and closing your eyes. Trying to focus your breathing here. In, I know I'm breathing in. Out, I know I'm breathing out. Coming back to very basic meditative breath. Knowing there are a lot of distractions around, but really trying to focus these next several minutes and take them to focus on your breathing. So in, I'm breathing in, and out, I'm breathing out. And taking a couple more of those meditative breaths. Just coming into a very short scan of how your body feels at this moment. So keeping your eyes closed, just to check in with yourself and start in our toes. And checking in to see how your toes feel. Do they feel relaxed alongside your mat? Your arms, do your arms feel relaxed laying alongside your mat? Your palms, are they released, relaxed, and open, being receptive to the day? And maybe most importantly, taking it to where we store most of our tension, bringing it to our shoulders, taking a check-in. How do your shoulders feel? Do they feel relaxed? Do you feel like you're bringing your shoulders all the way down, extending your neck? Or do you feel like your shoulders are hiking up to your neck and creating tension? Wherever you are, really trying to create that relaxed state, releasing the shoulders down. Maybe trying to get those shoulder blades deep into the mat. And scanning in now to see how you actually feel. Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel happy? Do you feel tense? Do you feel sad? Do you feel angry? Knowing it's okay to feel all of these things. Be accepting of what you feel in the moment. Just let it sit with you. Knowing that you can handle anything. And hugging your knees into your chest, rocking from side to side, coming over into fetal position. And in the fetal position, just taking a couple of moments here. And slowly coming up into a cross-legged seated position, the palms face up alongside your knees. And you're gonna inhale as the arms come up overhead. Exhale, bringing the hands to heart center and taking one more breath here. Inhale, the arms come up, really gazing at the sky and the leaves. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Namaste. Thanks, guys. That was a challenge with all the distractions. But we try.
Good job, you guys.
Good job, guys. It will be recorded if you guys want to do it without any distractions.